Welcome back to Bully Arcade. I'm your host Adolfo, and now that Endgame is literally just right around the corner, I thought it'd be fun to do a quick recap of some of the events that led up to this film. So, spoiler warning, we're going to briefly cover some of the previous films, as well as a little bit more of a look into Infinity War with a slight mention of Captain Marvel. So if you guys haven't seen that, don't threat. The Infinity Stones: Power Stone, Reality Stone, Soul Stone, Mind Stone, Time Stone, and the Space Stone. What? Let's kick it off with the Space Stone, usually been in the form of a blue cube referred to as the Tesseract. Now you may have seen this pop up in a couple of films, those being first Captain America movie, Captain Marvel, there's your mention of Captain Marvel, like I said, very brief. First Thor movie, first Avengers movie, it was, Loki's main dealio that he kept going after, which is actually where Thor, at the end of it, he takes it, slaps it into the vault of Asgard for safekeeping. We see how well that ends up, but actually the reason for that is in Thor Ragnarok. Loki, when you see him in passing, he's going through the vault. They're getting ready to basically make an exit, have their sister defeated by that big flaming sword monster. That's when Loki takes it. He apparently, just decided to swipe it, the Mind Stone, Loki's scepter, and it was originally blue. So honestly, it was thought to be the Space Stone. The next movie you see pop up in is Age of Ultron, which is actually when they break the stone, and that's what they use to make Vision. And as I'm going through these, you might start thinking like, oh, you know what? I know exactly where that ended up in Infinity War and how Thanos got it. But like I said, at the end of this, we'll recap that and we'll just go through his whole little journey. But some of you, I'm sure you're getting it. Yeah. Thumbs up if you are, for sure. So the Red Stone, aka the Reality Stone, actually ended up in the hands of the Collector at the end of Thor: The Dark World. Thor handed it over to them because he figured they can't have more than one Infinity Stone in the vault of Asgard. So then we have the Power Stone in Guardians of the Galaxy, and at the end of the Guardians, you see it being left with the Nova Corp, the Time Stone, aka Doctor Strange's Eye of Agamotto. Last we see that one, well, we'll get to that in a moment, because that's a biggie in Infinity War. The last stone being the Soul Stone, which allows the control of souls, possibility of creating an alternate universe to hold those souls in. Who knows what implications that could have going into Endgame. Thanos, who is he? He's a tyrant. He is a titan. He was teased in some of the previous Marvel films. You see him at the end credit scene of the Avengers, end credit scene at the Avengers Age of Ultron, and then you also see him making a small cameo in the Guardians of the Galaxy. You get a mention of his two daughters, that being Gamora and Nebula. Infinity War. Where does it start? None other than on the ship that was last seen in Thor Ragnarok with Loki, Thor, and all the Asgardians. We see Thanos. He already has the Power Stone in his glove. It's mentioned in passing when Thor speaks to the Guardians that he got that from the Nova Corp. He wrecked, and he came out strong with the stone. He gets in a fight with the Incredible Hulk. He's able to duke it out. You don't even see the rocks glowing, and he's still able to knock him out. Whoa, this guy's got some strength, right? Blam! He kabamos Loki. We don't know if he's dead, just because we've seen him come back in previous films, but we'll just have to see how that ends up in Endgame. Of course, he ends up taking the Tesseract. He cracks it. Boom! Space Stone, baby. 2 down, 4 more to go. Blows up the ship, kablamo! Exits with his crew. Where does he go next? He goes after the Reality Stone. You get the Guardians. We see him get there. What does he do? Changes reality. Womp, womp, womp. He's already got it. He heads off for the Soul Stone, which oddly enough is guarded by the Red Skull from the first Captain America film. Fun tidbit for you there. Definitely worth a look. Bam! He throws Gamora over the cliff, and that's how you get the Soul Stone, apparently. Self-sacrifice of something you love. Which, did he really love her? If he killed her? I don't know. It can be debated. So at this point in time, we still have 2 players left. We have the Time Stone and the Mind Stone. What happens next? Well, bam! The biggest battle ever against the Avengers on his home planet That's where he explains, this is why I'm doing it, because the world needs balance. Which, you know what? I'm going to poke a hole in that. If he has the Infinity Stones and the Gauntlet and he can do anything and everything he wants, why not just make more resources? And then what does he get? Boom! The Time Stone from none other than Doctor Strange. What did Strange do? He's always had it on his necklace. He was sworn to protect it, but he gives it to him. But he gives it to him with telling Tony, we're in the Endgame now, baby. Okay, he doesn't say baby, but he does let him know that we're now in the Endgame, which, boom, now we know is the title to the next film. So it'll be definitely interesting to see if Strange handing over the Time Stone willingly had something to do with a grander plot. So watch out for that. Now, what does that leave us with? The Mind Stone. Oh no, the Mind Stone, which of course is inside Vision's head because he was from Age of Ultron. That's how he got made. That's basically how he became sentient. Oh! Obviously, when this film was announced, we knew this was coming. However, as you're watching this film, you didn't think Thanos was gonna get all the stones. I know I didn't. And then, they blow it up. What does he do? He reverses time with the Time Stone. He brings them back together just to, whoop, pluck that puppy out. Oh my goodness. So raw, so mean. Yikes. Thor tries to stop Thanos. Thanos does a snap. He's got 6 of the most powerful stones created from the universe, so essentially he could do anything and everything with them. So that's why that snap just blam obliterates. You start seeing people fade away. You start seeing in the end credit scene, you see helicopters crashing. You see all kinds of commotion, collusions. Now, where does that leave our heroes? Mainly the original cast alive. You got Iron Man, you got Captain America, you got a few new ones. You got Ant-Man. Yikes. But that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a like, comment down below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Hope you enjoy the schnoz out of Endgame. I know I will. I will let you know what I thought about it. I will see you later. Peace out.